5 ounces of rubber, leather, and wool, held together with 108 stitches. It may seem insignificant to many of you, but to me, it played a major role in my development. I know that most of you didn't play baseball, but all of you had an activity, whether it was music, clubs, or sports, that showed you how to go through life and succeed. I played baseball for a little over a decade, starting when I was 8 years old and going through my senior year of high school. Throughout this speech, I'm going to show you the lessons that I believe baseball has to offer, starting with teamwork, moving on to persevering through failure, and finishing with planning before you act and relaxing in the moment. Let's start with teamwork. I believe that baseball has an important lesson about teamwork for all of you. To score in baseball, you must get a player around all the bases and cross home. The most popular and exciting way to do this is with a home run. Now, unless you're Babe Ruth or Aaron Judge, hitting a home run is very challenging. This is why teamwork is so critical in offense, because 4 players working together hitting 4 singles can achieve the same result. This ability to share responsibility and satisfaction from success is a critical lesson in teamwork, and it shows that it is okay to need and ask for help. Looking at the defensive side, there are 9 positions on the field, each of which has a specific role, requiring that you allow your teammates to fulfill their role and trust them. Nowhere is this reliance on others more evident than pitching. One of the most difficult parts of pitching for me was learning to trust my teammates having my back and focus on my job of giving them an opportunity to make a play. Realizing the importance of finding your role is an important part of developing, and analyzing your strengths and weaknesses and working with others to complement your strengths is an important part of teamwork and personal relations. Now that we've discussed teamwork, let's move on to persevering through failure. Baseball teaches a very unique lesson about persevering through failure, because you will fail many, many times more than you succeed. Success in baseball is measured with statistics, the most important of which for offense is batting average, which is the number of hits divided by the number of at-bats. Interestingly, an exceptional batting average is 3 hits for every 10 at-bats, meaning that even the most skilled players have a failure rate of 70%, making moving on from failure an important lesson you must learn. Continuing with offense, there are 2 measurements for pitches, balls and strikes, both of which are decided by the umpire. Having someone else decide whether it's a ball or a strike leads to disagreements, or even more frustrating, a mistake regarding pitch decision. In both of these cases, you must move on quickly if you're to make use of your opportunities. This is equally important in life, as dwelling on past mistakes or slights from others only perpetuates negative emotions. The best way to deal with failure is to analyze what went wrong, determine what you do to fix or learn from it, and move on. Finally, let's discuss planning ahead of time and relaxing in the moment. Baseball requires that you plan most of your actions and responses ahead of time, because there's only a few seconds to react in the moment. This makes knowing where you need to go and what you need to do a critical part of defense. How you facilitate this planning is repeated practice of different situations, so that you can relax and not overthink in the moment. Much like fielding, when you're pitching, you must plan your responses to different situations ahead of time. One of the most difficult parts of pitching is learning to relax and trust your plan in the moment, and not overthinking or stressing. The ideas about planning are applicable to many areas in life, whether it's creating a plan to efficiently do homework, or making a study plan for a test so that you can relax while taking it. To conclude, baseball contains many useful lessons that can be applied in all areas of life. Throughout this speech, I've discussed the importance of teamwork, persevering through failure, and planning ahead of time and relaxing in the moment. I hope that all of you can reflect on the lessons I have taught here today and can work to develop in these areas to better yourselves and the world. And I hope that all of you have learned a little something from the rubber and leather ball that I talked about today. And the next time you think about baseball, think about these lessons and not about how boring it is.